Someone's gonna take that the wrong way. What is up, my fellow Sambarians? Today I was gonna be doing spark plug wires, cap and rotor, yeah, just spark plug wires, distributor cap, and the rotor. I don't think it like necessarily needs it, so I'm gonna save all the parts I take off just in case. I got a backup if something happens, since it seems to be doing okay. It does have a wonky startup every once in a while. I'll start it, it will kind of sputter and then shut off, and then I'll start it again and it's like nothing even happened. It's like it's got a brain fart in the morning or when it's cold, and then she's fine. So we're gonna see if that kind of eliminates that issue. I'm gonna do a fuel filter, but I'm gonna do that at a later time. I just have time to do this super basic stuff right here. So if you're gonna do cap and rotor and plug wires, oh, and spark plugs, I already did those, so I'm not gonna do spark plugs, but I would recommend doing cap, rotor, spark plug wires, and spark plugs all at the same time. So anyways, I mean, this thing's got 104,000 kilometers on it, and these are the red wires, the factory red wires, so you know, who knows if they've ever been changed. And again, like I said, I think they're good, so I'm just gonna have backups just in case. So I'm gonna show you what I got. The NGK, the blue wires that everybody says go with blue. I know GNR Imports sells a set of black plug wires. I've heard that they can be iffy. I have them on my 92 KS4 and I've never had any issues. Again, I mean, I've been running them for quite some time now, probably 3 or 4 months, and it's just fine. So it's probably hit and miss with those wires, but I decided to go with the blues this time, which are the NGKs, and then the rotor. So there's 2 versions of the cap and rotor. Sorry this is taking so long before we actually do anything, but I feel like I need to explain a little bit. There's 2 versions of a distributor cap and rotor for these engines. So for instance, this is my KV4, which is a fuel injected Sambar, and it has a distributor cap that screws on with just a couple Phillips head screws, and then so it's the KV4 fuel injected screw on distributor cap, and then I have a 92 KS4 that's carbureted, and it has a distributor cap that clips on. So there's 2 versions of the distributor cap, so you got to make sure when you're getting the distributor cap and rotor, make sure it's this correct part. And even the rotor is different. the rotor on the clip-in is usually red in color, and it's a lot skinnier, and this is the one for the I think maybe the fuel injected versions, and this one's black and fat. So just make sure when you're looking for cap and rotor that you get the correct one, because there are 2 different styles. And here's obviously the threaded on one's got the holes on each side to thread in. And these were ordered off of Amiyama. So again, you can look these part numbers up and you will find them. I think on the day I'm filming this, Amiyama might be down. I think they're down for some upgrades or something on the site. So they're down till the 7th, so you can't, or the 8th, so you can't really do anything quite yet, which is a bummer because I wanted to order some more parts, but I can't right now. But yeah, these are where I got those parts. This plug set wire spark plug wire set I got off of Amazon Japan, and as of today they had like 7 sets, and I think the last time I had to wait like almost 2 months to get a set because they were out of stock. And then when they stocked them, they only had 2, so I bought the other one for another truck, and now I think they have 7. So if you're looking for plug wires, now's the time on Amazon Japan. And as far as tools go, very simple, Phillips screwdriver, probably a needle nose because there's a vent tube coming off of the distributor cap that you're gonna have to squeeze the clamp probably to pull that guy off. That's what vents the air out of that dude. And then I got myself a K&N breather, and we're gonna put that on top of the valve cover to delete the tubing going to the air box, which usually just fills the air box up with oil. And I don't off-road this thing, I don't get crazy with it, so I'm not concerned about having this breather here. I don't know. I think it looks sick too. But don't listen to me if you have problems with that. Oh, and also another fun little thing. I found this raspberry fuel stuff on Amazon. Radical Racing Raspberry. And you put it in your fuel. It's safe. It doesn't, at least I think it's safe. I mean, if somebody's watching this and has had other experiences with this stuff, but you put it in your fuel and it makes it smell like raspberry. They have cherry, different flavors or scents. Don't drink it. And a lot of reviews are like, oh, it sucks, blah, blah, blah. Well, I think you can't have a catalytic converter when you have this, because it probably burns it off. That's why you don't really smell any fuel if you have a catalytic converter. Well, the catalytic converter got deleted when I put this exhaust on. So I thought I would give this a try, and I started it up to move it up on wheel ramps to work on it because this thing's so low to the ground after I lowered it. And it smells like raspberries in here. It kind of reminds me of the schnozberries. Tastes like schnozberries, Willy Wonka. But yeah, if you're going to a car show or anything and you have like a cat delete, this stuff, it works. So I put it in there because we're gonna try to do a car show on Friday, and it's a drive-through, so people, you know, are gonna smell it as I drive by. So that'll be kind of fun if you're in the mood to smell funky, but you can't have a cat. I tried it on my truck that has a catalytic converter, and I don't smell anything, but definitely smelt it with the van. Okay, so let's get started. 10 hours later that I'm done talking. Now's a good time to take a picture or video of where your plug wires are, or actually no, because we're gonna have to take it off. Well, don't take any of the plug wires off yet, because if you're slightly confused in placement, you'll probably 99% of the time, at least for me, if it's A or B, I'm gonna pick the wrong answer. So I'm just gonna leave everything plugged in until I take the distributor cap off, and then do one at a time, because I'm gonna mismatch them and then I'm gonna be firing all over the place and it's not gonna run. So let's start with taking the vent tube off the distributor. And I've been called out on Facebook for having a reverse facing camera. Well, it's my cell phone, so it's facing me, so everything's reversed. So I apologize if that throws you off. I usually forget to flip the camera back around. I mean, flip the video footage when I'm editing. Okay, so you're gonna take the vent pipe off. It's probably gonna be pretty nasty, so I'm gonna go get a rag. Mr. Vent Pipe. Now, some just gonna point this out right now. Some of the distributor caps have a vent pipe running off of them, but sometimes when you get, I think it's the red version, or I don't know, I could be wrong, but there is a version that has like a vent pipe with a shield on it. So basically you get rid of this hose and it doesn't plug in anymore. It's just the vent pipe is just right on here, and it's got like a protector cover on it. So if your distributor cap has that, don't worry about it. Just take this hose off. I think it just runs up and somewhere, I think, heads over to the throttle body. So just follow the hose and just take the hose off. All it is a breather, and then it has that protector on it, so you can just forget about it. Or if it really irks you that you need the hose, maybe you can chop that thing off and then slip the hose over it. But the way I look at it is one less obstacle in your way when you're working on this thing. So we'll take the distributor wire off that goes to the coil, and the coil has like this shield on it. This is the first time I've done this on this van, so we're gonna do it together so we can hold hands or whatever and sing kumbaya, or not and say we did, whatever. So take this little shield off if you still have it. I know some of my Sambars don't have that shield. Now we're gonna take the one off of the coil carefully. Also, I recommend, highly recommend, I don't know if I said this already, dielectric grease. That's gonna help keep moisture out of these guys and corrosion, which can probably lead to misfires and all kinds of fun stuff. We'll take these off. And if you watched my video on doing the valve cover, you should have some pretty clean plug wire, little trays and brackets, because we shined them up. Okay, so there's one on the inside, Phillips on the inside, and there's one on the outside. You can't really see it, so I'm gonna have to feel around for that guy. Well, if you have your exhaust system, you're gonna have a little less access to this screw. But since I don't have my exhaust anymore, I just poke my head back there. I see it. I'm just gonna get the stupid screwdriver on it. There we go. Carefully take that off, because there is a gasket in there, and I don't know if we come with a new one, so check that out. Oh, it's not bad looking, actually. This thing no, that's pretty bad in there. Here's some oil. So the old one, they just wow, that's like just at the good spot. Actually, I'll be right back. So if you saw my video with the gas tank, you'll know I was recommending this. So I guess just depending on where your engine is sitting at the moment, the internals, this cap is actually slightly different than the red version. This one, I just noticed, has a screw that goes in there and holds it, and the other one just literally just pushes on and is held on by just friction. So this one we have to get the screw off out of there. So you might have to turn the engine using the crank, or just tap the starter to get it so you can get that screw, because that might be kind of difficult if it's facing on the inside of the motor. What the hell? Ducks. We have ducks and they're going bonkers. Okay, little screws out. Make sure you don't lose that. Okay, so here's the old one. You can see it's got some buildup on there, some carbon or something. So we're gonna put that guy back on. Brand new, shiny Hitachi, which is the same brand that comes off. It's not a Subaru part. I'm gonna put that back on. Well, yeah. Okay, so that's on there nice and tight. So we're gonna have to reuse the old gasket on here. So, mine's a little stretched out. This will be interesting. Maybe in the future, order yourself a distributor ring gasket, O-ring gasket while you're at it. Okay. That felt like the equivalent of trying to put skinny jeans on when y'all don't fit in your skinny jeans. Just trying to hold that cap down. So just start putting the cap on, and as you tighten it, push the rubber O-ring in. As you're tightening it down, you're basically just kind of making it go in there as you tighten it, and then once you tighten it, it will hold the O-ring in place. So trying to put on skinny jeans and not exactly fitting in them. Okay, so now that we got that on, tighten it down. They do have lock washers on them, so just squish it down tight. Now that we have that all put on finally, let's get our plugs, our new plug wires. They're beautiful blue plug wires. Here we go. So this is the 5 plug wire set. So we're gonna have the plug wire from the coil to the distributor, then from the distributor to our spark plugs. Ooh, it smells like new. Okay, so I think it's a little bit longer. It is. So the coil is a little bit longer, but not much longer. I think the black wire one was super long, which was wonky because I didn't really like that one. I don't think I put it on. I think I left the red one, which you're only as strong as your weakest link, but again, it's running good. I'm just gonna put a little dielectric grease in them. Now the fat one, the fat dude's gonna go to the coil. I don't think it says coil, but let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna put the fat end into the coil. Push it in there till it kind of clicks. Oh man, these are so beautifully snug. Those black wires are not as snug as these ones. Now we're gonna start doing the spark plugs. So that's why I waited to take these off, so I made sure I put them back in the correct position. So let's start with number 4. And when you remove spark plug wires, always pull from the boot. Try not to pull from the wires because you could actually kind of dislodge it inside the boot and then not get proper connection on the spark plug. So always try to pull it from the boot. And if it's really stuck, they actually make spark plug wire like pliers, so you can pull right on the boot. Okay, so number 4 is our shortest wire. I'm not sure if these are, that's 3. Okay, they are labeled. Quattro, where are you at? 2, 4. Okay, so we got our shorty. So I'm gonna put a little dielectric grease in our boot, just a little bit. A little in the boot. And again, I recommend, if you're doing the spark plug wires and all the tune-up and all that good stuff, do your spark plugs at the same time. Okay, so number 4 is just left of our vent tube. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I am a huge fan of the blue wires. The black ones do not fit as snug as the blue ones do. Almost like NGK knows what they're doing. It's amazing. Okay. Let's see. All right, so after a little bit of a OCD episode, I think I got it, how I want the wires to sit. So they're all straight, not poking out like crazy. We're gonna give her a start and make sure we put the wires on in the right locations and everything works. So let's give it a whirl. Well, it smells like raspberries in here, and the engine sounds pretty dang solid. So I'm gonna say we probably put the wires on correctly. We got the distributor cap on correctly. So all that's really left to do is put my little vent breather filter on. So hopefully you can hear me and I'm not just drowned out by the exhaust. But let's do that real quick. Well, actually, I gotta go get stuff ready for dinner. But anyways, I'm gonna take this breather, put it on that vent pipe coming out of the valve cover, just to eliminate oil in the air box. So anyways, hopefully that was helpful with the distributor cap and knowing that there's 2 different versions of the distributor cap, and there's multiple wires. I've heard bad things with black wires, but I have black wires and they work fine. But they certainly do not fit as snug as the NGKs. So I am happy with the NGKs. They are more pricey, but they fit better, and we'll see. Longevity wise, again, I haven't had issues with the black ones. They just didn't fit as nicely as those. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm gonna be doing a video on this motor mount pretty soon, and just some other stuff when I get a free minute. But thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Keep that Sambar running happy. Take it easy.